We're live. Hermcast episode 8, baby. We're back after a long, like, at least a
Hiatus.
month. At least a month, right?
Oh yeah, let me take a look here. It's yeah. It's a month.
So, we're back.
Good hard month.
We've just, like, it's just bad timing, you know what I mean? We just haven't
Yeah,
had
yeah.
good timing for doing a pod.
Well, we've had timing, and then stuff comes
Stuff,
up.
yeah.
One of us is like, nah, dude, we gotta go to bed.
Stuff
That's how it rolls.
Yeah. So, either way.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Alright. So, let's kick it off, because the time we were planning on doing a podcast, I had this plan, but just to get it out of the way, because it's sad. So the massive streamer named Reckful, he committed suicide. Just a little condolences. He was a very huge influence on a lot of streamers. He was huge, he was a good guy. You know, I don't know if you know about him. Do you know anything?
Well, all I know, like, I never watched him. I wasn't like, I'm not really into like the whole Twitch scene, so like I don't really know many streamers. But I obviously that the few days after and even the day of, like, I just saw it all over Twitter. Like, it was going crazy, and it's definitely sad.
Yeah.
But it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, it's a sad situation. It's fucked up. You know, I don't know. I made a video kind of, on my channel. Things could change. You remember that?
Yeah.
That kind of made me want to make that because it's, whatever. But
like suicide is, it's not the answer for anything. Like, it might be the answer for you, but it's a problem for someone else. So it's just going to be like a continuous, like, chain of pain. Whether you do it, then your mom's depressed, and maybe she does it, and like someone else in her life's depressed. It's just going to keep on going and going, and it's not the answer. Just talk to someone. Like, I know for me, it's better to just talk about how I feel than just let it build up, because when it builds up, it sucks.
yeah, it sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, no, you don't want to see that happen. Definitely, it's a very shitty thing.
It's definitely a thing that needs to, like, stop.
Yeah, content creators. I mean, Etika last year killed himself too. So it's
if stuff's getting a little too much, just back away. Back away from it. Live your life. Make yourself happy. Especially being a content creator, you're always trying to focus on making everyone else happy and not yourself. And you got to put yourself before anyone else.
Yeah. And actually, if we could skip over, I have a few topics lined up, obviously. But speaking of, like, I guess suicide, depression, and like happiness and finding yourself, we can just skip straight over to the new Logic album. Before we start talking about the music, though, speaking about like how he said it's his final album and he wants to move on in life, and he's teased like a final album so many times. And the album Everybody, he's at the very end of the album, he had this skit and they were like, I'm queuing up the fourth album now, his final one. And so like that played, and obviously he came out with a couple albums after that, and apparently Young Sinatra 4 was supposed to be his final album, all that stuff. But now he's really saying, I'm retiring. I've watched a lot of interviews and stuff like that, and he's went out in a way where I was going into this album thinking, oh, like when I saw the track list, I was like, wow, this is going to make me sad. I'm going to cry. You know what I mean? Like, I really like his music. This is going to evoke some type of sad emotion for me, but not at all. I wasn't sad at all. Like, it was a happy experience. I really loved it, and it made me happy for him for the future, because he's going on to the next chapter in his life. It's not like I'm quitting rap because I'm sad. He said, I'm quitting rap because I want to live my life with my family, with my son, and move on. You know what I mean? He went out on a really good note. So, but
I have mixed feelings about the album.
Okay.
Like I've wanted to talk to you about this since, but like every time you bring up the album, you talk so highly about it. I'm just like, man, I don't want to.
So let's jump into it. Down. Let's jump into it. Yeah, go ahead.
So
do you want to go track by track, or do you want to talk about a track? What do you think?
for my opinion on the album, it's, don't get me wrong, it's not a terrible album. Like I'll listen to it from time to time. Like
Yeah.
it's Logic. He makes some good tunes. But I'd say there's only really two songs out of the whole album that I really like enjoyed the sound of and the lyrics to, and it was Dark Place
That's a good one.
and Perfect. Those were the two songs that I liked. With the beat, just what he's talking about,
Yeah.
just how it all goes together. It's the only two I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
All the other ones, I was kind of like, ah, man, like
Really.
it's just I really wasn't like, it's not the words that he says that like kind of turned me off. It's more of like the beat that he put to him.
Really.
Like I don't know. It seems to like too like giddy for me. Like,
Okay.
like
Interesting.
it seemed like way too happy for him to be his final album. You know, he it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
it
I get it.
sounded like 80s sitcoms.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Family Matters freaking theme song going on. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
So,
But yeah, it's not a bad album, but I wouldn't say it's like his best.
well, I honestly rank this as his best album in my opinion because I think it's very consistent. There are a lot of throwbacks from. Growing Pains 4 was a sequel to Growing Pains 3 on Under Pressure, which was his first studio album. Then he had Soul Food 2, which was Soul Food 1 sequel from Under Pressure. And there's a lot of references to older albums and different skits and stuff like that he did from The Incredible True Story. There's a lot of references to just so many different things. On the final song track of the album, Obediently Yours, it's a guy from the past. I forgot his name is Orson Welles, I believe, who is influenced Logic to make like something like The Incredible True Story, that album, how it's like a big grand story. That guy who in the past he used to do like radio shows and stuff with like different stories on them and stuff. So he decided to put him on the final track of the album because Logic can kind of connect with him in a way, and the guy was basically speaking in a way of like words that Logic would basically say anyway, it's wrong.
Using those big words,
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So it's I don't know. I like it. So like in track 1 we have No Pressure, which Logic comes in and he just murders that shit. I love his flows, his delivery, his bars, very clever. I think every track is really solid and everything sounds completely unique from one another, each song. And I don't know. I just think he was consistent. And the thing that I like about it, which he also did an interview with this channel called Hard Knock TV, which is like the channel he always gives his interviews to whenever he does an album release. And he basically explained all of the tracks and stuff. And he was even saying like, there's a song on the album called Five Hooks, and there's not a hook on that album. A hook is like the chorus of the song.
Yeah.
And so basically, he named the song Five Hooks because there's only 5 hooks on the entire album. And he said with this album he wanted to just do nothing but spit. He just wanted to rap and just go off because that's what he does best. He believes that, that's his thing. He likes to do it. And he was just like, screw it with this album. I'm just going to go and flow. You know what I mean? So I like that. I think that was awesome. With the song Perfect that you mentioned, that was awesome because he used, I think it was Street Fighter, the perfect sound effect when they don't get a hit on you. So that was cool. So I don't know. I think that this album is his most consistent and best because with a lot of Logic albums, with, for example, the previous one, the one with Eminem on it, I think Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, that one had some songs on it where it was like, okay, dude, come on, I'm going to skip this one. Nothing on this album I really skip. Like, for example, on the other album, if I can go here real quick, what song was it? Let's see. On Confessions, like the song Clickbait and stuff, he's talking about like, I want to be, or wanna be, I want to be famous. He's talking from the perspective of like, someone on the internet trying to be famous. It's like, come on, what is this shit, dude? But he didn't do any of that shit on this album. I feel like he was just speaking from himself,
See, like I'm a big like, I'd say when it comes to like rap songs, I'm really into like the beat.
His beats were
And
incredible on this one, man.
see, I'm not into like the happy beats. I'm more of like some hard shit that's gonna like shake your eardrums. Like it sounds like you're about to like fight someone.
Yeah, yeah,
And like in some of his old songs, he had like that hard beat into it, and I'd say kind of like Eminem with some of his newer music. It's like that, those hard beats.
yeah,
That's kind of more my style. Like Token, for example. I know you hate Token, but
yeah.
like his music when he raps, like it's not I like him because he only raps really fast.
The
It's
beat,
because his beats are like they're consistent with like they sound I'd say similar when it comes to how hard they are, and they're because most of his songs he's talking about like mainly like bad stuff in his life or whatever.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, and I'm not into like the soft stuff. I want something to like shake me and like hype me
Yeah.
up. And that soft stuff don't do it for me.
I could see that's why you liked Perfect and Dark Place and shit too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Perfect is like he's just going at it aggressively and shit.
Now, like, what do you have anything else to say about that album?
I don't know. Just the fact that I really like the fact that it's a good closing for him. Like he's moving on. The line that I think of the most is two things actually. Well, one thing that I like that it's like a goodbye, and it made me feel happy for him. Where it's like used to dream I would be the fucking man I am, something like that. Reading my son Sam I am or some shit like that. Like he's moving on. Like it's cool. Like I felt really good for the guy. Also, one more thing though is the fact that so that was on the song Heard Him Say, where he's like, I want to dream I could be the fucking man I am. Reading my son Sam I am. It's like a goodbye, you know what I mean? Like this is it for me.
Yeah.
At the end of that song, it says this concludes the no pressure program, and then it switches and it says here we fucking now introducing the Ultra 85 program, and then it goes on to that song Amen. Now what that is, for those who don't know, Logic was planning on doing like, I believe it was like sort of like a piano type of album where he would like sing over it and whatever. I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, I don't remember, but Ultra 85 was an album that Logic was hyping up for the longest time, ever since 2017 Everybody, that album. I believe back then it even goes back that far. And he even said in an interview he had like 20 different versions of the album, let's say. Like he's had so many different things and different versions, different songs, but he was like, why put that out when I'm not even feeling it? I'll just put this one song on it, give the people this, and so that's it. That's the Ultra 85. So it's like a little thing for the fans right there, and that's it. So I don't know, that's all I got though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, not a bad album.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I listen to. It's different.
Yeah.
But speaking of different, there's another album I want to talk about.
Okay.
That you're probably gonna have no interest in, and you probably haven't listened to a single word of this album. And it's Juice WRLD's new album.
Okay. Let me speak about Juice WRLD. So rest in peace to Juice. I haven't heard the whole album, but I haven't listened to it on my own. So the boys in the Discord would like put on songs every now and then, so I don't know what song is what or this and that. Anything I hear from Juice WRLD is good. Like I'll say that. Like he hasn't made something where I'm like, oh, this shit stinks, I don't really like this. But like,
yeah,
he makes music to where he has that voice where I like to compare him to Chance the Rapper, not by like his style at all, but like by the fact that like Chance kind of has that voice as well, where I don't listen to Chance the Rapper because of the fact that like he has that kind of pitch of voice where it doesn't hit my ear in that way, you know what I mean? Like I can't listen to it for that long. Either way though, like Juice WRLD, I do have respect for the guy. I didn't listen to the album, you know what I mean? I've heard songs from it though, but I don't know.
I recommend listening to it because he says a lot of stuff in it, and it's kind of like the music to be murdered by, and when Kamikaze came out, like I was listening to it like every day.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing, and every time I listen to songs, I hear something different that he's talking about. Um, Now I wrote down some like talking or a talking point about basically all of his songs
Okay.
from the album.
Yeah.
So he clearly had a drug problem,
Yeah.
and he literally died from that drug problem. And he he called it. He literally called it in one of his songs. In many of them, he said that obviously he's got a drug problem. He drinks a lot. You know, he's depressed. He's yeah. But in the song "Wishing Well," he literally comes out and just says like, "Hey, I'm telling you my secret. I have a drug problem." He said, "I started taking the pills, but now the pills are taking me." And basically that the pills are going to kill him.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. And like when I first listened to that song, it was kind of like, it's like, all right, this is juice, you know, this is something he would talk about in a song. And then I listened to it over and over again, and I'm just like, yo, this man called his death. He knew he was going to die from this. And it's sad because you know for a fact he was in a booth. He was talking to someone on the other side of that booth, maybe multiple people.
Yeah.
They're all hearing what he's talking about, and they did nothing about it. Like, he's flat out admitted he has a drug problem, and you don't want to help him.
They've probably watched him consume the drugs too, you know?
Exactly.
I mean? Which it sucks, and the thing that sucks too is like friends of his. I'm sure he was friends or at least knew Lil Peep, who died. Mac Miller also overdosed, like shit like that.
Like it like this album just it hits me so hard because I'm just like I like Juice's style. He's real, you know. He talks about like his actual feelings instead of being like all these other rappers acting hard, but. Like 6ix9ine, for example, like Mr. I'm the king of New York, you know, and then he freaking gets something happens to him, and he's
new song.
But it's man, honestly I recommend listening to it. Like it's so many songs like hit you. Like I'd say Wishing Well and Man of the Year are like my two favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
there was a song that the boys put on in the Discord. It was like him and Marshmello. I don't know if that's on the album or if that's something different.
That's Come and Go.
That shit went hard.
They released that song before the album released.
Yeah.
I think they did that song and Life's a Mess with Hazley or whatever her name is.
Halsey.
Halsey, whatever. But dude, it's like it's hard to like explain how it makes me feel because it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like a Juice fan from like when he came up, but I'd say within like the year before he died, I started to like get into his music. And like his last album that he released, I liked it. I liked it a lot, and you know, was looking forward to more music. And then he ended up dying, and then I heard the song with Godzilla with him in it, and I'm just like, oh man,
the potential.
Come on.
It's the potential that's lost, man. It's fucking sucks.
I know. I just. Like he made a song with Eminem, dude. Like there's so many rappers out there that are just like, yo, I want a song with M, but look how long it took for Logic to get a song with him.
That's why I like these. I do like the rappers of that generation with Eminem and Lil Wayne and stuff, because like X, you know what I mean? Like X is like Juice in a way where it's like he predicted his own death too, you know what I mean? Where it's like he always talked about, and he was always talking about his emotions and shit, and he was a very diverse rapper. He had so many different tones. He could rap hard as fuck, he could be sad, he could sing, he could rap like he's fucking from the streets of New York in the park with his dog. But and he could do like his trap sound and all that stuff. He was crazy unique, and he was the same fucking age as us, and he died. He literally fucking got murdered, and it, like, shit like that sucks because I still can't believe he's dead. And that's the same way everyone feels about, like, you know, same with like Nipsey Hussle and Juice and all these other people, even Mac Miller, you know what I mean? They're still all relatively young people who had so much more shit to give, and it's like at such a fucking young age with all that talent, and now they're gone. They're gone. They're just fucking gone. And it doesn't even feel real. You know what I mean?
I don't know, like hearing about like how someone explained like how Juice would go into the booth and record, and he wouldn't go in with like pre-written stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like 90% of his songs that are hits, he would, you know, quickly go in the booth, start playing the beat through his headphones, and he just starts rapping over the beat, and it turns into a freaking hit. And I don't know how he did it, but like he honestly had a good talent. Like he did on Sway in the Morning, I think it was like an hour-long rap or something like that. I was gonna say,
it was Tim Westwood or some shit.
Like, oh my god, like how can you...
I
don't think there's like many rappers out there.
The only other person that I know
continuously go for that long.
Biggie and Pac were the only two, or I don't know, it was either one of those two that didn't write their shit. I don't remember which one, but they just like fucking, you know what I mean, spit forever.
It's like, oh my god.
So it's, shit like that is crazy. I got immense respect for Juice WRLD for shit like that. Like, that's talent. That's insane talent to be able, you know, to
like, and it just sucks that, you know, people like him are just, they're gone. They're gone way too early. Like, the world needs people like that. Like,
to help. They help people.
The world doesn't need the people that are like talking about drugs all the time. Like, even though he was. But
they're not. He's not bragging about it. He's not someone who bragged about drugs.
He's basically like, I have a problem and I need help, but no one's helping him. But we just need people like that in this world. But every time we get them, they end up dying really young, or they end up getting murdered. And it sucks. It really sucks.
And it's good that, like I was about to say too, it's good that legends like Eminem and Lil Wayne, like, they recognize shit like that. Like, Eminem did a song with Juice WRLD. He was like, you know, I recognize the talent. Same with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne he's not someone who he keeps to himself now, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't follow up on any of the new rappers and stuff, so he didn't even know about X until after he died. A friend of Lil Wayne's, like, told him about him. He was like, oh shit. And then so he was like, you know, he kind of took his music under his wing after that, and like did a bunch of songs with his verses and stuff, which was cool. So it's like, and Kanye hopped on a track from X and shit. So it's like, people recognize that, I don't know, that talent. Sucks.
Yeah.
You know, and really... shit like that makes me worried, man, because like, Ski is like in the middle of all this shit, you know what I mean? I fucking love Ski, and he lost two of his best friends and shit. I'm sure he's lost many other people, but those were like the two biggest celebrities that he's you know what I mean, of his friends and shit. And it's like,
I know, I wouldn't like I'm not like a huge Ski fan, but like I'll listen to like songs here and there if I like them. But I wouldn't want to see like his new song, man, is killer.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't like to see him end up doing something to himself because of the losses he's had.
Yeah, and I just in general, if we lose Ski, man, it's fucking over. That would suck. I got into Ski before X, really, kind of. Like, you know, I kind of really started messing with his music first, and like, I don't know. I honestly, before X died, I was worried about Ski to begin with too, because he has like a heart condition or something, so that's why he put on like a lot of weight. He used to be really, really skinny and stuff, but like, so he, you know, I was worried about that shit then, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, dude, we can't lose all these people. It's crazy. That generation is doomed. Even like, for example, Lil Pump, he was always talking about how he's kind of
dude,
like,
why can't he die? Like, not trying to be mean, but like, take people like that. Take him. Take freaking like people like R. Kelly and
God.
People like that, dude. Get them out of here. Keep the good people here.
Damn,
man.
dude. Straight
Oh
up.
my
Nah, but Lil
god.
Pump, like, I really thought, because he was huge, like, back in whatever, 2017, 2016, he was, like, the big guy. And
Yeah,
then, like,
now
he
he's
kind of,
just doing features here
well,
and there.
he kind of, like, fell off because he was, like, kind of going crazy and shit, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, he could have kept going somewhere, but he's not, like, I don't know, whatever. And then Smoke Perp, I don't know if you've heard, he had that terrible freestyle on Tim Westwood TV.
Uh,
He was like, I got a boner. I'm gonna hit you with a boner. And I'm a boner. Yeah, I'm a stoner. All right, next verse. All right, next beat. Switch it up. So it
oh my
was just
god.
the worst freestyle ever. And he's
I
just
need
being
to watch
memed
that
on
because
for it.
I like a little bit of Smoke Perp.
He's being memed on so bad because of it, like, because it was just such a terrible freestyle. um,
Man,
but yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
I can't watch that. That'll just turn me off from his music.
Yeah. So that
God
generation is
damn.
just that generation is kind of doomed, man. I don't know. Like I've said it so many times. Trippy Red was like the only one from that SoundCloud era that's like kind of still standing and doing his thing. He hasn't really been through any drama. Like 6ix9ine's he's off house arrest now. He made a song called The Punani. He's doing good.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. So he's kind of coming out of it, but he was in jail and shit like that. He got into a bunch of drama, all that. I don't know, man. See how this stuff goes.
Dude, the music world is wild, man. Like lately it's been a whole different thing. I thought like the SoundCloud days when they were coming up was crazy, but
Just keeps
I think
getting,
this is starting to get up there with that.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So,
Got
oh,
any more music topics?
I don't know, just 6
No.
9 coming out, you know? I guess that's really all I got.
Yeah.
He's off house arrest. We'll see how it goes. He did a music video for the first time in public. It just came out like today, I think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. We'll have to see. He's
So
probably.
I have a quick thing here.
Yeah.
I just want to mention. Want to get your thoughts on this. I don't know if you've ever watched the show back in the day. It was on MTV, but apparently, Comedy Central is doing a reboot of Beavis and Butthead.
I've heard about that. I didn't look into it, though.
Yeah, I heard. I heard they're gonna be doing that. What do you think?
Seems cool. I don't. So I used to see it when I was like a little kid, so I barely remember it. But I'm sure they used to make like very raunchy jokes that probably wouldn't fly today,
Yeah.
right? So I'm sure that it's either going to be more censored than normal, or it just. I don't know how it's going to go down, man. I don't know how they're going to pull that off. I really don't.
Oh, if it's on Comedy Central, they I'd say they do stuff kind of like that. Like they do the celebrity roasts,
Yeah.
and those are raunchy.
Okay.
But they ordered 2 seasons of Beavis and Butthead,
Okay.
so we're gonna get 2 seasons on TV.
See how that
And
goes.
I hope they keep it the same art style, which is
Yeah.
kind of more like updated, I guess. Not like Cartoon Network's updated versions
Yeah,
where
they just
it's
change
just
it
straight
completely.
trash.
Yeah.
But they'll just make it look HD, I guess.
Yeah.
And they use like the same voice actors, I guess, or
Yeah.
whatever, and have the same style. Because if they change it in any way, it's gonna fail.
Yeah, that's
like people aren't gonna watch it.
and that's we were talking earlier about Jackass 4 because whatever. Yeah, I want them to keep that same style. You know what I mean? Like all that classic stuff, you want it to kind of stay the same. Like do the big stunts and do the little pranks on set as well. That's what makes it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
They better. I'm telling you, they better keep it the
Beavis.
same.
Yeah,
If not, I'm gonna be pissed.
Speaking of shows, Fallout TV show has been teased. Amazon Prime show. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. Produced by the directors of the show Westworld. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things about that show. I'm really kind of over Fallout as it stands right now because it's just
Says the one wearing the Fallout shirt.
yeah, wearing the Fallout shirt. I've kind of lost it. I'll still play like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but and I love the world of Fallout. It's amazing, but to just play it and stuff, I'm not gonna play any of the new ones or anything. It's just not my thing right now. That doesn't mean I don't like it though. So we'll
Yeah.
see how the show goes. I don't know. Might not. I'm skeptical as fuck.
I think it's a good idea for a show. Out of all games to like make into a TV show, it's kind of like their HBO's making The Last of Us. I don't
Yeah,
know if they're making a show or just a
I
movie.
think it's a show.
Um, but just the idea for Fallout as a show, there's so much that could be done. I don't know if they're gonna go by like the game's story, or if they're gonna actually go by whatever they
Well,
write.
so the thing with the game is that every game takes place in a different state. So one game takes place in Washington D.C., the
Mhm.
other one in
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like it's the same universe. No game has like the same story in the way, so they can go anywhere with it. You know what I mean? It can go. It can be in any state of
Yeah.
America, and so yeah, I don't know. So that's the yeah.
I
Oh
think the worst thing about it is that it's gonna be on Amazon Prime,
yeah.
or
Who the fuck
that's where it's
uses
gonna be
that? I mean,
showcasing. Like
I don't have Prime, but yeah.
put it on freaking Netflix,
Yeah.
dude. Like even put it on TV if you need to. Like it's who
It's,
the
it's
hell
weird that it's gonna be
watches
on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
who watches Amazon Prime? Like I have it, but I only have Amazon Prime so I can get free shipping with
Yeah.
my orders. Like that's it.
Strange. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we'll see. But also going back to the music stuff real quick though. I don't know. I'm sure you may keep up to date more on this than I do. So I don't know if you've heard anything about this, but before Juice passed away, him and Ski planned on doing an album. I don't know. I hope that still comes out. I don't know if there's been any updates, but they
That'd
said
be nice.
they said it's been complete or whatever. So I don't know if it's like coming out anytime soon. But
I think because I with Juice, they're the people in control of all this, music and everything. I bet they're okay with, releasing anything because they literally did a whole album after he died. But I think at this point it's kind of on Ski, like if he feels right
mhm.
on releasing it. Because if he doesn't feel like it should be released because he's not here, then he probably won't release it. But
I'm sure it will.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
That'd be
It's supposed to be called
It'd be
Evil
a banger.
Twin. Evil Twins or Evil Twin? I don't know.
yeah,
Evil Twins.
it'd be a banger.
Yep. So, all right. Anyway, yeah, we'll see about that. Do you have any topics? I have some extra ones, but
All right, let's get into some gaming news. So first is with Rockstar. So they've confirmed that there's new heists coming to GTA Online, and it will take place in an entirely new location. And supposedly it's coming in a summer update, so it could come sometime this month, or it could at the beginning of next month. We don't really know.
this is
And-
probably a stretch. But North Yankton? Nah, maybe. I don't know. Dude.
Well, I've heard that on. Well, I think we've talked about it before, actually, on another episode. But when the PS5 comes out and the Xbox Series X, I heard that they're gonna make the map bigger.
Yeah, expand.
I don't know what exactly they're gonna do. Like, just add another island. Like, if they're gonna, I think it'd be really cool if they added like Liberty City in its entirety.
That'd be
Like that
crazy.
would be sick.
Just fly over to
Um,
it or something.
Yeah, just fly over there, man. Like it's its own island. So that'd be pretty damn cool. But yeah, I don't know about was it North Yankton? That's kind
Probably
of a stretch because there's
yeah.
nothing out there.
Yeah, that's like upstate New York, I think,
Yeah.
in the universe of the game.
No, that's like my hood.
Yeah, that's your.
Yeah. That's over here. But yeah, when I saw that, I thought that was cool. New locations won't be in the same map. I think that's kind of what it needs. And supposedly we're not going to be getting a GTA 6 anytime soon
I would imagine
because
so.
of this reason. I think they might keep updating the game. Um, Again, it's a money grab at this point. They're just going to keep adding to it and keep raking in that cash.
Yeah. That's like, I mean, also too, I think that if they were to make it, I'm sure we're eventually gonna get a GTA 6. Obviously, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
if they were to be making a GTA 6 anyway, um, it's gonna take as long, or at least longer, than the Red Dead Redemption 2 development, which was in development before GTA 5, I think, too. Red Dead 2 was like way before that or something. I don't know. It was in development for a long ass time, and you could tell with the detail and care they put into it, it paid off. So I'm sure they're gonna do the same thing.
I don't know.
and then
Look
go
at their
beyond.
multiplayer.
Oh, the multiplayer was dog shit. Let's not lie, but
They updated it for the first time in like 6 months.
yeah. But anyway, I think that they will, do something like that where it's just insane amounts of detail and time put into it. So it'll take a long ass time.
Yeah.
But
And I have two things about the PS5.
okay.
The first thing is I saw something somewhere on the magical land of Twitter. Someone said that Sony is already planning for the PS6, and yeah, it sounds weird, but I guess what they're saying is the lifespan for this console won't be however many years it was. What, 7 years?
Yeah, about 7. Yeah,
Like
7,
8 years. I heard it's gonna be more like 4 or 5 years.
What the fuck?
Which, if that's true, I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I could see them maybe 2 years, doing like a pro version. Making it even better, and instead of doing like standard like 4K, have it be like 8K or something like that. More storage. All the shebang. But yeah, that's something I don't know if I necessarily believe it, but it's
Hope it's not true. That'd be weird. I don't know. Like
yeah.
that's so weird.
Yeah, that'd be that really like put the PS4 just right in the dirt.
Yeah.
Because like they're still selling PS3s,
Mm-hmm.
and we're almost into the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be weird,
Yeah, I agree completely. That's stupid.
And then the one more thing is the PS5 might be PS1 backwards compatible.
Ooh, and it's
According
PS4
to
backwards compatible already too. So
yeah, according to a recent patent that they filed.
that's interesting.
So I don't know if that's going to be in. If they recently did it, it might be in like the pro version later on, or it's going to be in like this this console we get like soon. But I don't really know how I feel about that.
It would be interesting. It would be weird because not too many people have PS1 games just chilling. There are people. I'm sure you have a lot of them too.
Yeah,
I
I get a bunch.
It's just weird.
But I'd prefer like PS2 compatible.
Yeah, I prefer
PS2,
all of
PS3.
It, yeah.
You know.
Well, I see. That's the thing too. I would love PS3 because of how many PS3 games I have. But I feel like remember there was that whole thing on the reason why PS4 couldn't be backwards compatible because the discs were weird on PS3 or something. So I can understand
weird development stuff.
Yeah, I can understand why the PS3 wouldn't be. Although I would want that to be backwards compatible. It would be cool to see the other stuff too.
I'd love the PS2 because there's so many games that I just want to like rock out to. And dude, that'd be so easy to record then.
Yeah.
Like I have all these different like connectors that I need to plug in order to record like PS2 stuff. That's all I got for
topics. Well,
man.
Also speaking of the PS5, apparently just as another side thing, they apparently with the customization, you're gonna be able to like take the sides off of it and like You can customize it and
Oh
put
yeah, I
different ones
saw that
on.
today on Twitter.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
Oh, one more thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
We officially know the name for COD 2020.
Yep. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah.
Black Ops Cold. Go ahead. Go say what you need to say, man. Because this
See,
is.
I don't know if it's going to be exactly Black Ops Cold War. The ad that I saw for it was on like a Doritos bag or something like that, and I think it just said Call of Duty Cold War on it.
It said Black Ops Cold War.
I haven't seen it in a minute, but I think if they just kept the Cold War part, that'd be a good name. But they gotta freaking stop using the same names, man. Change it up.
Yep. Cold War. All right. Black Ops is getting tired already. Like, it's such a tired name. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it so much. It's tiring. It's annoying. Just get it out of here. Ugh. Black Ops 1 took place in the Cold War. So what the fuck? Are we just remastering Black Ops 1? Is it going to be a remake like Modern Warfare? Like, what's going on?
Is it going to be reimagined or something? Like,
I don't understand, dude. Like, it's either going to be, if the title is going to be called Black Ops Cold War, it's either going to be a reimagined like Modern Warfare is.
Dude, if it starts the game by saying, the numbers, Mason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
Come on, dude. That was such a classic. I don't want to see them redo that at all. But if it's Black Ops Cold War, it's either going to be a reimagined or it's gonna there are going to be characters from Black Ops 1 involved in it if it's going to be actually in the Cold War. So maybe it's a different shit going on somewhere else. Obviously, you know Woods is going to be in that shit. Like, shouts out to Woods. But I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know what they're thinking, man. Like, Sledgehammer Games. What were you thinking? And like, I'm saying that because Treyarch had to take over for them.
Yeah.
Because the game was just that bad. Like when, at this day and age, when Activision says you can't make that, it's that bad. Like, there's a problem. Like, if you've seen the last, like, 6 games, there's been a problem. Yeah. And, why would they go back in time when they know people didn't like World War II?
I remember back in the day when Sledgehammer first came on to the Call of Duty scene, and they made Advanced Warfare. I remember there was, like, an interview or something, and they were talking about how, like, they originally planned to make a World War II, maybe the Vietnam style era game. So I don't know. They did mention that though. But yeah, they have less development time, so I don't know how this is gonna go. You know what I mean? They had like a year less.
They literally had a year. Not even a year. Because they took over it in, I think, like October of this past year. So like they didn't have a lot of time. Like, it's going to be exactly a year when it releases. And we haven't heard... It's freaking August. And we haven't heard a single thing. We normally hear stuff from Call of Duty in, like, March or April. Like, we're 4 months late on anything. It's... Oh, my God.
It's weird. Yeah, we only got one... Usually stuff leaks in, like, May or, like, maybe
we're just having stuff starting to leak. And it's just a weird year, dude. 2020, man.
If we don't get stuff... Alright, I'd say if we don't get, like, a reveal this month, they're probably going to do, like, a big event for it in, like, September. Maybe. But, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. It might blow us... It might blow us, you know?
Yeah, it's going to blow me.
It might blow our socks off, blow us out the water. It really might just take us for a surprise. Who knows? It could be an incredible game. I really hope it is, but I just, with the development time, I just know it's probably not going to be that incredible, maybe? Because, yeah, I don't know. It would be rushed. This probably is going to be another case of, honestly... with Warzone, I think it helped Modern Warfare last. Like, I don't have Warzone installed just because of the fact that, like, I don't really have the space for it, whatever, I'm not playing it, and then also Call of Duty tends to piss me off sometimes, so I just fucking
Yeah.
uninstall it anyway. But it's like, Warzone is something that even now I'd consider going back to and playing. It's a fun game, people still play it, it's good, it makes the game last, it makes the game of this year, Modern Warfare, continue
Like
to thrive.
people like Warzone more than they like Fortnite right
Yeah,
now.
right now, yeah, as it
Fortnite was
stands.
a poppin' game like 2 years ago, but now it's since Warzone came out, it's people just want to play that.
It's like the hot battle
I don't
royale.
blame them. Fortnite's garbage then.
But yeah, like the thing is, like Warzone was the thing that made Modern Warfare last. It helps it last and stuff like that. Um, I don't think that this new COD is gonna have something like Warzone, where like even if they have a battle royale, it would be so rushed that you. I hope that they
It's gonna
do
be
have.
like Blackout
I hope they have a battle royale because that seems to be the thing that makes Call of Duty last in a way anyway. And it's like
because with that they're constantly updating it.
they're constantly updating battle royales, and they're if this game doesn't have a battle royale, they're gonna have to constantly be updating the game anyway. Every COD always gets constant updates. Obviously, it's always changing throughout the year and stuff, of course. But this one, I feel like is gonna need that more than ever. Need a battle royale to keep it like relevant in
afloat.
people's minds because people are going to get tired of it really quick if it's going to suck. It's not going to be balanced. There's going to be issues with it. I don't know. We'll see.
It's gonna be like a Infinite Warfare year.
Hopefully,
It's
yeah.
just gonna be a bad game. Like even with that one, I'm pretty sure they were kind of late on the release stuff. They didn't start releasing stuff till like I think it's like June or July
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Think so.
it's it's I don't know. They just need to figure their shit out, dude. Like if you're gonna have a third developer, get a good one.
Yeah,
Like don't get me wrong, Advanced Warfare for the time, like even if you go back and play it, it's a unique game. It's got its different movement system. First COD to ever have that different movement. Like the way your guns kind of level up with having the different tiered weapons. That was a cool thing. You could literally customize your own person
they
in the game.
innovated a lot with that game, but I think they innovated too much because that was the game that introduced jetpacks and loot boxes into Call of Duty. So,
But with that also, I wouldn't blame that one on Sledgehammer. I'd blame that one on Activision because they're like, all these other games are getting loot boxes, so why don't we profit?
yeah.
So it's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, aren't they? Are they the publishers for Overwatch?
Activision Blizzard, like the big overall thing, yeah.
So I think that's where they got the idea from. Is from Overwatch.
Overwatch came out in 2016.
Kick-started.
Overwatch was 2016. Advanced Warfare was 2014 or maybe 13.
Oh, what game am I thinking of then?
So I'm not sure.
I don't remember, but it was some game like activated it, and it's just like, okay, here we go. It could have been like Counter-Strike with the whole
Even
like
crates and stuff. Yeah.
Crates and but I don't know.
I think and then Black Ops 4 like introduced loot boxes like late in the year or whatever for it when everyone's kind of stopped playing.
Yeah, because they hit it and they're like, we're not having those, and then all of a sudden, boom, here they are.
But I think
the last money grab before the game ends.
There's no loot boxes in Modern Warfare as far as I know. I don't think. I do like the way they do the store. It's very like appealing to want to buy stuff from there. I don't do it because I don't. There's no point. Like the only game I'll buy microtransactions and loot boxes on is unfortunately ESO because I love that fucking game. But like, yeah. I don't know. I think Modern Warfare is doing a good job with their store system. Hopefully they continue that in
Yeah,
And
the only thing I bought on that game was the
Battle
season
Pass.
pass.
Yeah, and that's cool. Like games with that are cool. Also, speaking of games with battle passes, I know we're jumping around a lot. Uh, Halo Infinite, the new Halo, it's going to be the multiplayer is going to be free, and it's going to have a battle pass system and stuff. So, and the Forge mode. I don't know if you ever played Halo, but like the Forge mode is in there. It's like private match where you can like download other people's levels that they make, and you can play them with your friends and stuff, or play them on.
I'm not really a fan of Halo.
I really loved it back in the day. It was
I
fun.
played Reach, and then after I played that, I'm like, yeah, I have no interest.
It's a game where, like, when you were growing up, it's fun to play with your
like
friends.
if I played it more when I was younger, like if I had an Xbox and that was my Call of Duty, like I probably would have played it. But I just played Call of Duty. Like that was my
Halo was a game for like you and your friends to get on and fuck around with on the multiplayer. I feel like personally, like, and sometimes if you didn't have like your friends from school to like hop on that with or whatever, then you wouldn't probably be able to get that experience.
LAN parties.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's cool. Whatever. We'll see how that goes. I'm definitely, obviously, going to be downloading it because I like Halo. I haven't played any of the more recent Halo games, but it's going to be fun to play the multiplayer on there and see the battle pass, see how they do it. I don't know, man. See how it goes, man. I don't know what else. I was thinking of something with COD. I don't know. It's going to be on the new engine, of course, right? Modern Warfare engine. Hopefully that works out good.
Dude, what if they just mess with us and just use the old engine? That's how quickly they need to get it done. They're just like, let's just go get the old stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff's easier.
That would be unfortunate. That would suck. That would make them less sales, I feel like, like what the fuck?
Because like with the new engine, they like everything is like basically a picture of something in real life.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So they would have to do that through the entire game, and they don't have 3 years to work on that.
Yeah.
They have a year exactly. So that sucks.
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, honestly, I've always been a fan of Call of Duty story modes. The only ones that I didn't like, obviously, Black Ops 4 didn't even have one, and Black Ops 3's was complete dog shit. Every other story, to my knowledge, from when I remember it, in COD has always been great, and they keep getting better. Modern Warfare's was absolutely outstanding. I loved it. The new Modern Warfare game, so good. I beat that entire game on the hardest difficulty, start to finish.
Dude, I don't know if you feel the same as me, but I think we need a Ghost too. I think it's the time for like Ghost wasn't the greatest of games, but going back and playing it, it really was a good game.
We've had our good times on there, and honestly, I want to see the story continued. I know there are so many. Most people that play COD don't even play the story mode. They don't like it, whatever. But it's like, I'm a fan of that story.
They play the stories.
I love the story. It left on a cliffhanger that I really want to be finished. I want to see the main character. I guess he gets converted into being one of the bad guys in the second game. I think it was hinted at and stuff. So it's like, we'll see how that goes, man. I'm sure someday we'll get it. I really hope we do. It'd be disappointing if we don't.
We need it.
Speaking of games have you ever played Dead Space? Any of those games?
I think a little bit at like a friend's house. I think it was like either the first or second one.
Some of the scariest games I've ever played. I started off being completely...
I'm not really into scary games, dude. I can't.
I started off being terrified of them, the Dead Space games, and now I do love them, even though I haven't played them in so long. But Dead Space 3 had multiplayer. I loved that game. And I really hope Dead Space 4 comes out, man. Just a random thought. It's probably never happening. It's probably like just a thing that won't ever happen, but that would be cool.
Hey,
just a side thing.
Hey, we thought Skate 4 was never coming, but...
Yeah. There it is.
Give it a year or two. It'll be here. It'll be in the palms of our hands.
Also, new BioShock it has been in development forever. I'm looking forward to that. I love BioShock. Eminem. So... Yeah.
Oh, there was another game that I was thinking about.
Oh, Dead Island 2. What do you know? No. Hopefully that comes out someday.
Jeez. Oh, I can't think of the game.
What's it about? What do you think?
Shit. Dude, I don't.
You don't even know. You can't
I was
think of.
thinking about it, and then like I said something, I forgot.
Hmm.
Shit.
Battlefield, a new Battlefield. When do we think we're getting a new Battlefield? Not this year, I'm sure. Well,
I say
obviously, but
next
like
year.
an announcement for one probably
Yeah.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah, I say maybe an announcement around February.
Modern time, we're thinking hopefully.
Dude, if it's not, dude, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Where would they even go? Like Vietnam would compete with Black Ops 1, you know? Like if they were to go back in the past, like where could you what would you do?
Like since I'd say Battlefield 1, they've been trying to compete with COD. And they need to just not do that again.
They know the modern stuff works for Battlefield. It's cool, you know, the stuff in the past is fine, whatever, but modern is the shit. Battlefield 4, I don't know if you remember, but it didn't do great at launch, but it like gained
three did amazing.
It didn't do great at launch, but like they fixed it over time, and it's still like it did incredible. It like sales went up incredibly. It's one of the best multiplayers for Battlefield. The servers are still doing great on there. Like there's still a lot of people that play it. Might not obviously nearly as much, but like they still have a lot of
I
people
go on
playing.
and play there sometimes, and they're
Every now and
normally
then.
full lobbies.
Yeah, so it's like it's fun. People host their own lobbies. People, you know, whatever. There's official servers still up, and I think that game was so good. Just seeing that in like a more modern, updated graphics would be incredible. Like Battlefield, what would it be? 6, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah,
we're
I'd
gonna
say
call
we
it.
either need a Battlefield 6 or we need Battlefield Bad Company 3.
That might be a possibility that they'll do.
I think that would be the best thing to do, and then maybe the year after do like a 6 or something.
Yeah.
Or do like a one with like another title. Like what was I think it was the second Battlefield game. Was it Battlefield 1944 or something like that?
Yeah, I think some. Yeah.
Like if they want to do something like modern, do like Battlefield like Afghanistan.
Yeah. Like name it something.
like
Yeah,
that,
like
you know?
start up a new IP for it, like how we have Battlefield Bad Company. Do like something different. Do like Battlefield like wiener sniffers. I don't know, man. Like something, dude. They're detectives and they're sniffing wieners to make sure everything's all good. I don't know, some stupid.
Oh, they need it.
Nah, man. But yeah, it'd be cool, man. Definitely, we should see another. I do agree with that thing though. Like the number stuff is gonna be confusing for people now. Like, what are we calling it? Battlefield 6? Like, just call it something different. Give it a different title. Battlefield, and then like a title. You know what I mean? Not a number. Battlefield.
It's
something.
like with Call of Duty. They did Call of Duty 2, then they did Call of Duty 3
COD
with
4,
a title.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, and then after that, they're just like, nah, we're not adding
World
numbers
at War.
unless
Then,
it's like a sequel to something.
Yeah. So.
Unless it's a Black Ops series.
Well,
Then
yeah,
it's not
of
a
course,
sequel.
and we have 27. Yeah, imagine if they did that. Like,
you got 2 that are a sequel. And
say
then the
whatever
rest
number
is...
it is, like Call of Duty 11, Black Ops 4, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, why? Yeah. I don't know.
That's weird to think, though. So there's 3 Modern Warfares, all of them same story.
Yeah. Then there's
Same
a fourth
everything.
one with a whole remake.
Yeah. Then you had Ghosts that was kind of like connected to that world in a way. Then you had Black Ops 1 and 2 that were connected characters and everything.
World at War was connected through Reznov. I don't know if you remember in the story.
Yeah, that too. Then you had freaking 3 that was connected to nothing. Then 4 and 5 were connected by like just the multiplayer characters. You know, that's.
Wait, what are you talking about? 4 and 5?
What am I talking about, dude? 4? 4?
You said 3 was connected to nothing, and 4 and 5.
Oh, 3. Okay,
3 was connected, and there wasn't even a Black Ops 5. What are you saying?
Yeah, 3 and 4 were connected, but just by their multiplayer.
Yeah. By the characters involved.
Anything other than that, they weren't connected at all.
Woods was in. No, never mind. I don't know. I guess never mind. Woods wasn't in the story mode for Black Ops 3. I don't know, whatever, dude. Fucking Black Ops
Yeah,
3 story
it's
sucks
that
so
guy
bad
that plays on
anyways.
freaking Law and Order.
Yeah, the bald dude, man. Whatever. Anyway, all right, moving on.
Anywho,
So, have you been lifting, dude? I'm still every now, I do it. I do it. I try and keep up with
I'd
it.
say no. I did it for a month straight, and I don't know. I got to the point where I'm just like, it felt like a job, and I didn't want to be like, okay, I have to do it tonight.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in the mood, I'm gonna do it, but like I'm not going hard every night.
See, yeah, I used to wake up, do it, and then I used to go to sleep, do it, and maybe after I get out of the shower, like sometime in the middle, I would do it. Now I just like I make sure I do it either before I wake up or before I go to sleep. And if I miss a day, I do it like double. Like I just
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause
Like I've been so tired lately. I don't know
Mhm.
if it's because of the like heat. I don't know if it's because like I'm just sick of work or what. But like I just wanted to come home and like sleep just constantly. So when I come home at night, I'm at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm not in the mood to
Yeah.
lift. I'm just gonna slump in my bed.
Yeah.
But if I ever just feel like doing it, then I'll just be like, yeah, dude, I need to pump it. But I'm still.
This guy out here. Yeah, I do it because like I don't know. After I do it, get a good pumping. It feels
Yeah, nice milking.
yeah. It feels good, man. It really does. Like you feel that shit. You feel the burn. You feel like your shit's swollen up now and
Yeah.
shit. I like that feeling. I do.
Like I got past the point where like it didn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Like afterwards. So like I don't know. It didn't feel like it was affecting me as much.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely noticed like stuff like I have I have veins that stick out of my arms where they didn't do it before. So I'm like, hey, dude, hey, get it.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking know, dude. It's working out's like different.
Yeah.
If I had like my own like personal gym, like in my house, I'd probably go in it every day.
Nothing
But
like a good pump.
just using like dumbbells, there's so many like you can't do much with that.
Yeah, I agree.
If you got
yeah.
a bench or a squat rack or even just easy like you just sit and press, just like that, I'd say that's more enjoyable than sitting here.
Yeah. I agree. I completely agree. Hey, every now and then, if my legs are feeling a little wonky, I do a crazy amount of squats. Just a crazy amount.
I can't do
until
that,
they feel like
dude.
spaghetti, dude, and then I feel so good afterwards, man. Just a crazy amount of
See, like it feels good after, but the next day is torture.
I don't. It doesn't affect me that much doing it, man. Like I do just an insane amount of it, and then I'll sit against the wall, and I think I've gotten past that barrier because it used to be like that, but now
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Like if I'm gonna do that, I gotta do it on like a Saturday night after I get home from work.
Yeah.
And then I need to have like 2 days to recover.
Rest.
So I'm fine by the time I go back to work
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Like I can't do squats.
Yeah.
Sit-ups and stuff like that, like I'm fine. Like any upper body pain I can deal with. Like but if it's from like my waist down and muscles are hurting, dude, I can't stand it.
All right. So now, should we get into the Discord situation? I don't know if you know about it.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear these juicy deets, baby.
All right. So
Give me them deets, Devin.
So I have stuff written down. If we could get it on the phone.
Jesus Christ, man! This man wrote a paragraph.
There's a big.
Oh,
there's a big. Can I
these
like
DMs.
big paragraph written?
Dude, I've always been curious about those iPhones. Like, how do you like open your phone?
So you have to, like, raise it. You can't because there's no button there anymore, or you could press the button on the side because there's no
So you
home
just
button
like
anymore.
just pick it up.
Yeah, you could just look. Ready?
How do you like unlock it?
You slide up, or you could use facial recognition. I don't trust it. Or you could put your number in, and it'll.
How do you use the Like, what if you gotta like back out of an app? How do you get out?
Okay, so I'll show you. So say I'm in
I'm,
Discord.
I'm so like
Yeah. So I'm in Discord.
clueless.
You just slide up. And
Oh,
there you
dude,
go.
I don't know if I
It's
like
weird.
that, man.
Yeah. It's new. It
Like,
takes
I
some
love
getting used to.
my home button with my fingerprint. Yeah,
It takes getting used to, but honestly, you adjust to it and it's good. I really actually love it. It's not bad.
because I was thinking about upgrading.
I was so granny style slow when it came to like closing out the apps by sliding up instead of double tapping the home button. But you get way faster over time. It takes time. It's good. Honestly, you have way more space. It's a full big screen. See this little bar, that white bar at the bottom?
Yeah.
That's like your home button in a way, where you're going to use that to slide up from and, do all your stuff. But I'm going to be looking down at the phone to read this part off from the Discord in a second. Let me get the backstory. So I'll say his name, his Discord name, because why not? I don't really care about the guy. He's not like a guy like Bradley where I feel like he might come and try and kill me or something. I already saw. I'll leak the name anyway, Bradley. Whatever, dude. We all know. It's all public out here now. They're all weirdos, man. Anyway, this guy, me and the boys were playing, just for some context and backstory for everyone that's watching this, if you have no idea, because there was drama in the Discord that went down, and so this is the story. Another drama part 2, we'll say.
Drama.
So we had a guy in our Discord. We were playing a lot. Oh, speaking of, a thing that I had in my notes was, this is exactly what it said in my notes. Been loving Valorant. That was my note. My talking point. But no, I don't. And we're not going to talk about that situation, Donald, because we can't. But I don't like Valorant anymore. It's a shitty game. It's all right. It's like Call of Duty. I like it, and
All I
hate
know
it.
is Devin messed up. No, that's all I'm gonna say about it. He messed up big time. Big time rush.
So anyway, Valorant is not on the to-do list anymore for now. I just whatever. Anyway, though, that being said, we were playing a crap load of Valorant, me and the boys, and we met a lot of people that we've added to the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, I don't know, maybe I'll put it in the description. Probably not. Just go to my channel. It's everywhere.
It's a good
my
time.
Twitter.
It's a good time.
Good stuff. It's, if you want to play games with us and just mess around and chat, you can.
If you can't take a joke, don't join it though.
Yeah. Anyway, so we we got we've been adding people to the Discord and stuff, and so we were playing Discord, man. We were playing Valorant.
Yeah, playing Discord.
And we met this guy he's a cool guy. We met him at the time. His name is Akarth, or Akarth, he calls himself, but it's spelled Akarth, man. So we're saying that. And
he should have like spaced it or something.
I don't know. Yeah, he's
or
a
hyphen.
Yeah. Anyway, we met this guy. He had a crazy deep voice, and whatever. And we were like, "Yo,
he has like the radio voice."
Yeah. So.
Like,
we were messing around with him. We're like,
The Price is Right.
Yeah. And so we were telling him to say all this funny stuff or whatever. He's younger than us, though. Whatever. He's like 18 or something, and he was like doing all this fun stuff. He was one of the boys. He quickly became one of the boys. We were playing Valorant with him like every single day. And this went on for a few weeks and stuff. We would like play other games on Discord, like we would do Cards Against Humanity, we would do Quiplash and the Jackbox games and stuff, and he would join in and he would play with us. He was a cool guy, but he quickly became very annoying because he would always he wouldn't let the boys have time to ourselves, you know what I mean? He would always try and get into our stuff, which, it's not a big deal. If you want to become one of the boys, that's fine, yeah. But like certain
like
things,
the people that know each other in like person or have known each other for a long time just want to talk.
Yeah.
And he didn't want none of that. He wanted to always be involved.
Yeah, which is cool. Like I'm glad, like, if you're at this point a fan of us, you know what I mean? Like, dude became like a fan, not of our videos, but like I guess of us as people, like constantly want to be around us. You're fans of us, whatever. I get that. That's cool. You like us, but he would always be waiting in the voice chat channel like 24/7 for someone to get in there. So it's like, we don't really want to talk to you right now. We want to have our own private conversations. So I created a separate private voice chat channel for the boys. If you have this role, you're able to join it, whatever. And so like he would see that we would be in that voice channel, and then so he would hop in between other voice channels to get our attention for us to talk to him and stuff, and it would just be a little too much, a little pushy, a little clingy and stuff like that. But again, he was still a cool guy, you know what I mean? Like, we would talk to him, he was still cool, regardless. When it came to playing Valorant, a game that we played a lot, now, us on PC, most of, like, the IRL boys, we are new to PC, like, basically this year, when it comes to, like, playing PC and stuff. So it's like, you know, obviously we're not going to know how to, like, be as efficient with certain things on PC when it comes to controls or tactics, and especially on a game like Valorant, which is like CSGO, which I'm sure Karth has been playing for a long time. He knows the controls, tactics, maneuvers, this and that, call out strategies, anything you want to call it. He knows that better than us. He's been playing on PC way longer than us, regardless if it's a year, 2 years, his whole life. I don't know. He's definitely been playing longer than us on PC, though. And it shows in games, you know, he's definitely had games where he's done better than us, but at the same time, he's had games where he's done completely terrible and we've been on the top of the lobby. So it goes either way. That being said, he was a terrible backseat gamer, and he would give us bad callouts and do all this stuff. So now, that being said, I will read out the giant...
I wouldn't necessarily say they're bad callouts from
what you've experienced.
There's a difference from, like, you know, giving a call out as, you know, you spectating and being like, oh, you should have did this or you should have did that. But when you're actually playing the game and you know you couldn't have done that, like, it's different. And he kind of wouldn't accept the fact that you literally couldn't do that.
So let me see where... Okay. Before I read this, I'll get to... So he would get on a lot of our nerves when he would backseat game us. A lot of our nerves. He would tell us to do stuff, especially me. He got on my nerves first before anyone. And he would tell me to do things...
to get on my nerves.
And he would tell me to do things in Valorant where it's like, I know how to play. It's like, I would tell him, like, yo, it's good, it's fine. Like, I couldn't do that, or it's like, I'm not going to do that. It's whatever. That situation was what it was. Just leave it. And he would be like, well, I've been playing this character longer than you, and I know him. I made him. You can't tell me. And it's like, dude, are you a fucking idiot? Like, that's not how it works. Like, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, if you main him, then you would know that you couldn't do this anyway, you stupid fuck. Like... So shit like that, and so he would do things like that would get on my nerves, and it wasn't like him trying to troll us. He was genuinely serious about this shit.
Yeah, he is serious about everything he said.
And I was thinking to myself, like, maybe it's his voice. Like, he has a type of voice where it sounds like he's cocky 24/7, so I don't know. But then he would start to get on a lot of the other boys' nerves and this and that, and so they were, you know, getting annoyed. Long story short, without trying to draw this out, because I can go on forever about how annoying he would get a lot of the times when it came to backseat gaming and certain little things. There was a point where he's a guy who likes to mess around with his gain on his mic and try and be funny to, like, impress people and stuff. And there was this one night I was going to join them on Valorant, but they were already in a match, so they were streaming it to the Discord so I could watch until they actually... you know, got out of their match or whatever. And so I was watching, and Donald, I think you were there. And
yeah, I think I remember, because I was watching
Queen B was...
I was watching her stream it.
Yeah, so she was streaming, and he had his gain maxed out, and you were able to hear his fucking breathing, his keyboard presses, everything, his clicking, and it was so annoying. And I was like, yo, can you please mute your mic? It's fucking louder.
Yeah, because I remember I made a comment to him joking, and I'm like, dude, we can hear your heartbeat through your mic.
And then he
literally puts his heart up to the thing. He's like, can you hear it? He's doing that for a couple minutes. I'm just like, oh my god, I was joking, dude.
He was keeping his gain maxed out, and I was like, yo, can you lower your mic, please? It's annoying, dude. Like, stop, please. Genuinely, I'm trying to, like, pay attention to these people. And he would ignore me whenever I would say that, and I was like, all right, fuck this guy. You could suck my cock, I said, and I muted him. And I was like, can he still hear me? And they were like, yeah, he could still hear you. And I was like, good, because when you mute someone on Discord, it only goes one way. You can't mute someone and they won't be able to hear you. So it's like, all right, good. So that's good that he could still hear me, so that when he tries to backseat game me, he won't be able to. I won't be able to hear it. I said it. I came straight out and said it, because it was always a thing that we would say behind the scenes, like, not to him. But it was annoying, so I was like, all right, screw it. If this dude tries to backseat game me, it won't affect me, this idiot, and he'll be able to still hear my call outs. And he had no comment on that. It became to the point where I gave him a role in the Discord called Designated Backseat Gamer. But then the next day, after that whole incident where, I muted him or whatever, because he was genuinely just being annoying. Like, dude, if you're going to play with your gain maxed out, just lower it, man. I mean, I know I could lower him on Discord, but that still won't change the fact that I'm still hearing his keys and everything. Yeah. So, whatever. I muted the guy. The next day came around, me and the boys woke up, and it was like 10 a.m. We were like tired because we woke up, whatever. And they were like, they said something, and I forgot what it was, and we got on the discussion, like joking, like, yeah, what if we kicked him and this and that? And I was like, all right, well, if we kicked him out, we would, you guys would have to like block him on stuff, because he followed everyone on like, he followed Joe and me on Instagram and stuff. I blocked the guy. I was like, nah, this dude's weird.
I'm glad I never added him.
Yeah. And then literally that night, he added Queen Bee and Joe on Snapchat or something too. So like they had to get him off of that, Steam, all of that stuff. So it's like I was like, if we do this, I said jokingly like, if we did this, you would have to block him on everything. And then Joe was like, just say the word, man. And I was like, nah, it's whatever, dude. And then CJ, the hype man, was like, you won't do it. And then they both were like, yeah, you won't do it, pussy, do it. And I was like, hey, you won't. I was like, test me, motherfucker, test me. So like, okay. I was like, fuck it, dude. Banned his ass. That being said, he had 2 accounts in the Discord, not just one. So he had a Karth and a Karth 2. For some strange reason, he had a second account, which we still can't explain why. Like, we have no real... So I kicked that second account out as well, and then he had a random friend that he invited too that I had no idea who she was, but she was like weird. She never said anything in the Discord besides the second she joined, she put like a GIF in, and that was it. She never said anything after that. So kicked her out too, because like she obviously wouldn't even want to stay in the Discord anyway, because she doesn't even know us. So I doubt she would even want to be there. So I kicked her out, and I banned a Karth from the Discord, and I put a big message, which I'll read in a second, but before we get into that, before I forget, after he got kicked, he changed his second account's name from a Karth 2 to, I think it was called That One Guy. Now, I hope he fucking sees this, man. I hope you see this, okay? Because we know it's you, okay? Because I looked in the audit log. You could check the audit log and see who does what, if a moderator kicks someone, does anything. And so I looked to see like
that's why I'm not a mod anymore.
This guy was messing around, dude. No, but this I kicked him out, right? I kicked his Akarth account out, and I kicked his friend out, and then I kicked the second account out, and I was like, why can't I find his second account, Akarth 2, in the audit logs anymore? I don't know why. So I was scrolling through, and it said that I kicked someone out named That One Guy. Instead, that was the name. So I was like, he must have changed his account name on his second account. So I looked and I found the account, and it was a picture of the emote on Twitch. It was a Kappa. I don't know if you know what that is. It's it's a black and white face of a guy going like, you know what I mean?
Cheesing.
Yeah. So it was that, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So I told Joe, I was like, yo, look at this. This is he just changed his account. I just found it to be strange that he changed his name the second he got kicked from the Discord. It was interesting. Couple days passed, and Joe was like, I got a random follower on Twitter, and it was from an account called That One Guy with a bunch of numbers, and it was that account. He was the only person following. He only followed one person, and it was Joe. He had no followers, he had no likes, he had no tweets. That account was just made to follow Joe. It was the weirdest thing ever, because Joe never gave out his Twitter name, and his Twitter name isn't the same as anything else. His Twitter isn't linked to anything, so it was really weird that Akarth found his Twitter. It was just the strangest thing ever, and we don't know how he did it. So we blocked him on Twitter, and I really hope you see this, you creepy fuck, you stalker. Like, what were you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, man? Anyway, though, I'm going to read this paragraph that I wrote that eventually got DM'd to him through Joe. Joe sent it to him on Steam because he wasn't able to receive this message that I was going to send to him on Discord because of reasons or whatever. So he eventually got this message, and this is what it says. You were banned because you were constantly backseat gaming us in Valorant, giving horrible callouts. We all came to the conclusion that although you were a cool person to chat with, meme around with, and overall interact with in the Discord, we also all agreed that you were constantly becoming a nuisance to play with and were often toxic during matches. We've seen that you've tried to send us a TikTok indicating that we are, quote, bad at Valorant, because when we kicked him out, he DM'd Queen Bee on Instagram, and he said, can you please send them this? And so she didn't open it up, but she gave us the link to it, because you could see the link on the notification.
He would message her on Instagram too.
So it was a link, and he was so salty, he was so upset at us that he found a TikTok of a girl on TikTok doing some dance, saying that we're bad at Valorant. And so I said, we've seen that you've tried to send us a TikTok indicating that we are bad at Valorant. As that may very well be true, that would also indicate that you are also hot garbage at the game. We often have matches where you are at the bottom of the team while the rest of us are hard carrying you. On top of that, we just came over to PC at the start of this year, further indicating how you're inherently calling yourself trash by association to us. You're also low gold. He's not diamond. His rank on
he's not the greatest player in the world. He's maybe a little above average.
His rank on Valorant is gold, which isn't even average. The middle rank, the medium tier is platinum. So he's below average, dude. He's not even that good. On top of that, we all just came over to PC at the start of this year, further indicating how you were inherently calling yourself trash by association with us. You are also low gold. Friends you have invited to the Discord have been either toxic or weird. He invited 2 people. One of them was just a weirdo. She didn't say anything. The other friend hard art in the chat and was trash talking us the whole time when he was in here, so we kicked him out. We came to the conclusion of a necessary kick/ban, but definitely felt bad. Towards the end of our time playing together, we did try to express the fact that you have been backseat gaming and giving horrible callouts, thus screwing us over, but it obviously wasn't received properly by you as you continued to do it. You were annoying in games to the point that we would avoid joining the Beatbox Lounge voice chat, which is our main gaming voice chat for the general chat members, just to avoid having to deal with you joining us in games. That was mainly our biggest concern. Backseat gaming is extremely annoying, and although yes, of course, there are many times we mess up in games /genre/platform we are new to. We mess up in a game genre or platform we're new to. We are also learning, adapting, and getting better progressively over time. Backseat gaming does not help. It hinders that process immensely and ruins the fun for the entire group. Once again, we are definitely not happy that we had to kick you. As you were a cool person, we are definitely relieved that we don't have to deal with the stress from a teammate during games where we are just trying to mess around with and have fun and improve. And then I said maybe we can try again in the future. You know what I mean? But
you're so formal with just how you talk to people about stuff. If you have a problem with them, if that was me, dude, I'd be calling them names. I'd be like, you moron, dude.
The reason I put it out that way was specifically because I'm the leader, I guess you could say, the owner of the server, and I wanted it to seem proper. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be a complete dick.
If someone did that on my Discord, don't get me wrong, I don't plan on hanging out and playing games with people on my Discord. Maybe I'll talk to them about stuff going on, but if that ever happened, I'd be like, yo, you can't do that. That's messed up. That's fucked up, dude. You can't do that, and you're getting banned for it. Yeah. So bye.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, dude. If it came down to it and I needed to tell the dude to suck a massive cock, I would. I don't have a problem with that. You could suck a massive cock, lick my ball sack. I don't care. I've said it. I've said it to in the Bradley podcast. I'll say it now. They can all eat the meat. Really, if they really have an issue with it, I don't care. That's how we feel about it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I wanted to be respectful because he was a cool guy. We had a fun time with him, but it came to that point where he was being annoying. But at the same time, you know what I mean? He's going to sit there and call us trash after we kick him and stuff like that. Then he can suck the world's fattest penis. I don't give a shit. Fuck you, dude. What do you mean? I don't know, but
Like he's not like a terrible guy. It's just when he's playing games where he thinks he's the amazing person at, it's like he did that with me a couple times where he's just like, yo dude, you should have like turned to the left or something
he
like
would give
that.
snarky remarks.
Can you like shut up?
He would give
Like,
snarky remarks,
relax.
and he would act like an elitist at times, where it's like, like, you know what I mean? He would give those passive aggressive little remarks and stuff, and often at times you haven't even played at times when he's given out literally wrong call outs, where he would be like, he's to the left, and I'm like, no, he's not, and he would be like, no, he's to the fucking left, and I'm like, all right, let me look to the left. I look to the left, die from the right, because the guy wasn't even on the left, and he's done that many times, and it's annoying. We don't need backseat gaming, man. It's just, it is what it is. I've updated the so after that, after I gave that message out, I updated the rules or whatever in the Discord, and I put it out there, no backseat gaming. It does happen sometimes. I put in there like, sure, we all have those moments where like we accidentally do it, but if you notice that you're doing it, or if someone lets you know, just don't do it, because that will result in a kick/ban if you're warned and stuff, because it shouldn't happen.
It's sad that you would have to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's not a lot of people that are joining the Discord and like playing games with everyone. It's mainly like the same group of people that do it every time.
Yeah.
And the fact that we need like a little like, hey, you can't do this because of people like him. It's just like,
yeah,
come on, people. Like
sucks.
it's stop being idiots.
Yeah.
Have some like common sense. I don't understand.
Yeah, we're all just having fun, shaking our dicks in the wind, like, you don't have to fucking be annoying, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm trying to grow the Discord more so that we have more people to like play with each other and stuff, instead of it just being the main guys and stuff. So hopefully that continues to grow. It's going good though. We have a lot of fun times in there, and it is what it is. Shit happens.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We'll see what happens, but that's the story, man. Like that's he became a weird, creepy, like stalker guy. He
I knew he was weird, but I didn't think he was like
made a second account.
Went to that extent to like get in contact with you guys that badly.
What I'm thinking now that I think about it, what if he was gonna try and contact Joe on Twitter, trying to be some different person, and then like try and use his second account to join back in Discord? Yeah, because I didn't ban that second account. I just kicked it, so he wasn't like, he could have, if he had an invite, he could have came back in. So I don't know, man. But what if he was trying to do that? He's a weirdo. I have no idea.
Well, if he wanted to do that, you've had it in like your descriptions of your videos, so he'd easily be able to join back in. But
is what it is. Well, now I know the name and I know the voice, so even if he changes that name again, get out of here. The dude, when he joined the Discord too, like he tried getting admin status and stuff like that to like change stuff around with bots and stuff. It's like, dude, no. I know how, like, maybe settings are kind of wrong, but it's still, we're working on setting the Discord up. You could just tell me, what you want me to change and work around. You don't have to tell me.
And on top of it, it's your Discord.
Yeah. He was trying to tell me.
Why do you have the balls to be like, hey, give me admin so I can change all this stuff? He was just
straight up with it. He wasn't like, yo, can I maybe like get admin to change some stuff like to the... No, he was like, yo, give me admin real quick. Let me like do this. Let me change it around. Who the fuck are you, man? I don't even know you. What the fuck? Who are you?
Man. He's something else. I tried to like he's not like straight garbage, but like I tried my hardest to like avoid joining up in the chat with him in there.
We always would,
because he's just so extra with always just trying to use like his radio voice just to say the same thing repeatedly, and or turn his gain all the way up.
It's like, we get it, you have gain.
No reason at all.
Yeah,
it's like, I understand you have like a special box that you can turn up on top of your mic's gain. Like, I don't care.
And the thing is too, like, the dude never slept. He was like awake 24/7. You know what I mean? So it's like you couldn't.
He's always on,
always in the channel, and it's like we waited for him to get out of the channel so that we can hop in the channel to play Valorant and stuff like that with other people, and the second we hopped on, he saw us go in the channel, and he would hop in with us, and we were forced to play with him. And it's like, fuck that, dude. Not dealing with it, man. I don't know.
I have to say, he's kind of like Bradley.
Again, though, like if he was a fan of us as people, you know, like I said, speaking back to Akarth again, he was a fan of us. You could tell he liked playing with us, and that's not a big deal. I don't have an issue with someone that always wants to play with us. That's fine. But when you want to do that 24/7 on top of being very fucking annoying, that's an issue, because we don't want to have to deal with your shit. So. Shouts out to Bradley.
Dude, I miss Bradley, dude. No, but it's they're kind of like the same people.
He was the boys' version of Bradley. Like me and you had a Bradley, and then he was the Bradley for the other guys. You know.
Yeah, they're like both annoying. Like Akarth was always in the Discord chat, so you could never join it, but Bradley was like, if we joined it, he was in there within like 2 seconds.
There was a strong chance he would be in there. Yeah.
So they're very similar.
Yeah.
But, you know, Akarth had his mic that he loved to use, and then you had Bradley that loved his
Apple earbuds,
his Russian freaking rock music, or whatever it was.
His annoying music that he would play, dude.
Hey man, can I play a song, dude?
That was something else. Oh, if only the rest of the boys got to be there for that.
Oh my god, they would have hated it.
Oh my fuck.
He probably would have got banned way quicker than what he did.
Oh yeah, now our fingers are on the trigger now. Like, we're ready to ban people. Like, if we detect the slightest amount of bullshit, we're not dealing with shit anymore, man. But I don't know. We have stuff set up even better now for that, though. You know what I mean? Like, we have precautions, so let's see how it goes. But I don't know. That's all I got now. We're at an hour and 30.
God damn, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Man, all this shit, man. This year is something else.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
It is, man. We got Grounded. That game is good. It's good. We've been trying that out.
Fun.
So, yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. That's like if you know, it's like Raft, but not.
But on land.
You're a mini person, yeah. Dude, like what if Raft is just us in a big bathtub?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, with a bunch of little turd islands.
Yeah, little turd islands. And
those islands are like
the dirt that was washed off of the body.
No, it's the person's like they're
cheeks.
Laying in the tub, and it's like they're like upper thigh or something. Yeah.
Man. But all right, so I guess that's it, man. I don't know. What else is there? Anything new? No, nothing else to say.
All I know is we need to like do more hub content.
We do. We got to get to it. We should do. You know what? Why don't tonight, if you're down, I don't know how much time you have. If you're down though, we could do Minecraft random server video, like the draw my thing or something, maybe on Minecraft in general. I don't know. I kind of want to do like a server thing, like on like some random thing we could do, or maybe a build video. I don't know. We could do stuff like that. Raft, anything. So. Oh,
we can figure that out once.
We'll do more help.
Wrap it up. Yeah, we definitely need to do some more stuff.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'd say we've been slacking since the end of the Minecraft Dungeons vids.
Definitely, yeah. So we got to get back on that.
And we can't only do podcasts.
Yeah, no. It's fun. Oh. I love doing it. That's like my favorite thing on this channel, though. It is fun. I do like it.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's a good time
because you just talk about stuff, you know. And it's simple.
Surprisingly, I don't have to pee at the end of this podcast.
I think I'm the one that has to do it. So,
I was gonna have a beer tonight with this, but I decided not to buy one today.
Okay. Next time.
Yeah. Next time.
We'll get to that.
Definitely.
So,
maybe I'll buy two tall boys. Just drink them both.
I have one. and when I was bringing it inside, it got dropped, and so like towards the, so like say this is it, literally where this hole is. Like say this is the top, where this hole is right here is where the hole is. So like it's drained down to there, and it's been in the fridge for like a few weeks. So I don't know, but I have other stuff. I don't know. I honestly I don't drink, dude. I really don't. Like I've done it like all the times that we've done it. Like any time that I've drank, you were pretty much there for, like on mic. And like after I do it, I feel like I need a break for a long ass time. I don't know why, dude. I'm just not a drinker, man.
It like messes me up for like a couple days.
Yeah.
Like if I catch like a little feeling, I'm just like my birthday, for example. I came home that night from work. It was my birthday, and I was just like, yo, I drank a tall boy, and then I drank just a glass bottle real quick, and it messed me up.
Yeah.
I think we were playing GTA.
We were. Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I can't move my head. Like the next like 2 days after that, I just felt so weird.
Yeah. Although I do like to do it while playing games. All the time. Yeah, but I don't like. Yeah, it's not my thing. I don't do it all the time, but it's fun to do during games every now
when I want to do it. Yeah. And it's not very often because I don't like the feeling of being drunk. I don't like it at all.
I like feeling loosened up. I don't like feeling. I've been fucked up. I don't like feeling that fucked up. But I do like feeling
once I start getting a little dizzy, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
That's not my cup of tea.
And like me, like I'm sure you do this too. Like I'm always listening to music whenever we play and stuff. So like I bob my head, you know what I mean? And like doing that while feeling drunk, it fucks me up so bad. That's the thing that messes with me. I think is when I'm just bobbing my head, and it makes you even more dizzy because you're
like, oh, it feels like you're doing that, but you're just like,
yeah. So I don't know, but. Is what it is, man. Is that a flower behind you on your left? What is that green thing?
This?
That green thing, yeah. Is that a flower, dude?
No, it's like a handkerchief.
Oh, I thought it was like.
I got another one right here.
I think you had plants in your room, dude.
No, I use this one for. I put it like I have my charging dock for my PS4 controllers.
I put my phone on this pillowcase. I've been doing it for years. This thing, yeah.
Yeah,
I always leave my phone
and if I like when my controller's charging, it has like that bright light, you know, it flickers.
Yeah.
So I just use this and I cover it. So I'm just at night, it's not bugging the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. Interesting stuff. I guess that's it. Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Got to get more topics. Hermcast episode 8. Any final words?
From the famous words of D-Baller XX. Don't sniff the fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy.